Oh, that's what they're changing the name to.
They changed it to Hammers. They just announced it yesterday. It's like just literally 2 hammers. It
Looks
looks like
pretty
the
cool.
it looks like the
West Ham logo?
West
That's
Ham
what I was just gonna
logo.
say,
West Ham United logo. That's literally what it looks like. I saw it. I'm like, wait, what the hell's going on? But yeah. So anyway, they're gonna be playing at the TD Coliseum now. So Bridgeport's gone. They're moving their team over. They got a couple of prospects. Easelman's one, and then you got Victor Eklund.
Oh yeah, Eklund. Yeah, they
yeah,
traded. He was the guy that came across in the trade, right? For
the Noah Dobson trade.
Noah Dobson. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the Hammers now sharing with the PWHL Hamilton's team, and they're sharing with Toronto Rock. 17,000 people seat arena.
Just big as almost as big.
Yeah,
as,
they got the new acoustics and everything.
Yeah, well, I think that's what they were trying to build. They're building for concert venues and stuff, right?
So I mean, I think you know the history of Hamilton with AHL teams because
no one stays.
They had the Canucks there back in the mid 90s.
Mm-hmm.
They had it for like 2 or 3 years with the Canucks. They left.
Then they had Montreal, right?
No, then it was the Edmonton Oilers who came in 96 till 2002. That was the Hamilton Bulldogs.
Yep.
Their affiliation. Then they moved out. And then it was Montreal all the way to 2015. Then they won the Calder in 2002 or 2003. It's the only time. So it's been like, it was like 19 years.
Then they went to Laval, right?
Yeah. And then they lost their team. So now it's because they have a new arena. And of course, you already know with Hamilton, how the city's growing and everything. So they're trying to, make it an economic hub. Bridgeport, on the other hand, barely I think they have the lowest attendance in the AHL.
Okay, wow.
It's like barely 3,500 people.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sounds awfully quiet. So I think acoustics have to do with it too. So just looking at this, I don't know. I personally think what they're going to do is they're going to put those curtains in the back. So they're going to make all the fans sit in the front, sit them in for certain seats. Because I doubt for an AHL game, they're going to be packed
16.
out. 17,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it.
Well, it depends, I think, how expensive tickets are. If they're charging an arm and a leg, I feel like, it'll be kind of harder to get people.
I mean, what? Marley's, how much is Marley's tickets?
I want to say they're like pretty expensive. I want to say like $40.
Yeah, $30-$40, right?
Yeah.
I mean, for Toronto, it's not bad. So, I mean, most likely you're paying OHL prices, $25-$30. That's not bad for a night.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're paying, drinks and food and stuff.
That's where they gouge you.
That's where they gouge you, of course.
Uh-huh.
And you're walking out maybe paying like $70-$80.
Well, it's maybe even more than that. It's like you go spend a $30 ticket. You're like, oh, I got a flipping steal of a deal.
Yeah.
And then you're walking out and spend like $100 in beers, and you only had like 4 of them.
Yeah. So, yeah, like I just think, because typically, like for the Islanders, teams usually move their affiliation closer to home.
Mm-hmm.
But now they moved from Bridgeport and they moved it all the way to
Bridgeport's
Hamilton.
in Connecticut, right?
Yeah. It's not far.
Yeah.
But they're not getting any buzz
Same
there
country,
at all. It's not
at
working out. Yeah, but now it's about what?
No, I think the more attractive thing was
2.5 hours. I know it's attractive, but now recalling players and stuff, because a lot of the teams, because even Lavelle and everything, all the philosophies for all the NHL teams was move your AHL affiliation closer to home. So if you need to move your roster around, you could do it very quick.
Well, even still, I think you can do it quick as long as they find out the morning of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
because of what New York's only an hour away, right?
So the commuting wise, basically just crossing over to Niagara Falls and then taking the flight. I think it's like overall it's gonna be like 2 hours.
It isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but just moving your team further away, it's like the Islanders are doing this. It seems like one of the very few teams are doing this. Do you just think this completely just money related?
Or 100%. Well, keep in mind too, it's like the ownership. I wonder if the actual owners of...
They have a mutual agreement.
Is a mutual agreement?
Yes.
So they're contracted, but the owners are actually... The ownership group's separate, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, so 100%, that's what it probably had to do with
they're
it,
definitely going to make more money in Hamilton. That's for sure.
You got to move hockey markets to where people are going to watch hockey,
How do you think the attendance is going to work? Because now you have the Bulldogs, right, in Brantford. So you got the OHL. You got to fight with the OHL community, because they have their own fan base. And then you got, of course, you got a lot of Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leaf fans in Hamilton and outside the GTA.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think they got to do to attract?
Well, even
attraction?
like here's the way I was thinking. Like you mentioned the Rock earlier, right?
Yeah.
The Rock, they've played at ACC forever. ACC, Scotiabank, right?
Yeah.
They played there when it was ACC, and then like you saw what they did. They moved out of Toronto, and I think they've honestly found a home in Hamilton. And from what I'm hearing, like they do a decent job selling seats and tickets. Right? And do you know they actually won the championship this year for box lacrosse?
No idea, man.
Yeah.
No idea. Yeah.
So like just something like that. I think there's nothing really like that in that area. And sure, like, you know, I think it's gonna like it depends if they can kind of, because I think as long as you win, I think it'll sell seats.
I think they got to do a lot of community work too. Personally,
Just
they got to get
spread,
their presence. Like they
Yeah.
have to bring their presence.
Well, that's what I was gonna say, because
in
I was
Hamilton, for sure.
my biggest fear is like everyone's gonna want to go because brand new stadium, like brand new team, like, you know, you have all that
Yeah.
hype around it, and then like maybe a couple of years down the road, that's when I kind of want to see what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
because
even-
usually when you got to test, it's like the 5-year mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same thing like with that Brantford team, like, yeah, sure, like we're talking about like the OHL team now, like they've always lost their OHL team too, right? Like they've moved like around quite a bit with Hamilton's OHL team, and now like they've kind of found a home, right?
These OHL teams don't do great in big cities.
Big cities. But Hamilton, would you really consider it like a big city?
Yeah, Hamilton's a big city.
I would say it's a big city, but it's not
No,
like
it's big compared to. You could consider more of a city than a town.
Mhm.
You know, if you want to say Orangeville is kind of like a mid. It's a city,
I would
but
say it's a town.
Yeah, but it's like what 35,000 people.
That's a town.
Yeah, sure. This is a pretty big town.
That's like, oh, you wouldn't
Yeah.
say that. Owen sounds like around 30,000 people, I think so.
Yeah, those kind of places work.
Yeah.
Right. But when you go to a city like Hamilton, where you're sitting at what 700,000-800,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty big. It's not a small city.
They got fill seats, man.
Oh, I think they will. They're gonna put those curtains in the back.
Well,
I
think
they're
that's what's gonna be,
Most
right?
likely, it'll be drawing right off the bat. Would be like maybe 5,000, 6,000, pretty good, and then maybe move up, try to get to like the 8,000-9,000. If they could do that, that'll be.
What's
great.
the
That's a
average? Do you
winner.
know what the average attendance is for HL?
I
Just
have
curious.
I have no idea, man. I think it depends. Go check. I think it depends on your team and what city.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume it's about maybe around 8,000.
No, 5 to 6.
Oh, 5 to 6. Okay. So, all right.
It's like
that's pretty much it. So, if they hit 5, 6, that's pretty good. For
It's
them.
like an OHL arena, just sold out every
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
That's not bad, right? Like, you know,
Yeah,
some
but I
teams will do
mean,
better than others, right? But
I mean, the Kitchener Memorial, I think it fits 7,500, I think.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I'm glad. I'm like more things to do because I like,
more things to watch for sure.
Yeah.
But now they got a battle with, another
I think they're like two different. What's the other HL? Oh, the Marlies.
You got the Marlies.
Well,
there.
I hope it kind of.
That's what it is, like the rivalry. Right now they're so close by.
Yeah, that's what
we
I was
get
gonna
to see
say.
more prospects for sure. That's
100%. I think it'll make it kind of curious, like not curious, but I think it'll do good for the atmosphere, especially because it's so close, like an hour away, right? If the fans are willing to commute and kind of build up that rivalry, I think especially now too, because the Marlies made the playoffs, Leafs didn't. I hope more people are kind of watching. One problem is it's not on cable network TV either, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like you got to watch it on Flow.
And another issue is, I think if the Leafs were going on a full rebuild and they had a lot of prospects in the pool,
It makes it so much.
Then I think people would definitely be tuning in. Just they want
100%.
to see the prospects, see how they do. But
Well, I'm surprised they didn't learn, right? Like even you look at the Buffalo, because our AAA team for the Blue Jays, they're in Buffalo.
Buffalo, yes.
And when Vladdy was playing there, Bo was playing there, like so many people would drive down to Buffalo to go watch him play before he kind of made the big club, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like now Leafs have first. He's probably gonna be with the big team now, but hopefully like they can rebuild that prospect pool.
I think that's gonna be with a lot of teams. I think with the Islanders is perfect. They have a team here. They have a lot of prospects coming down, so we get to see a lot of them. Yes, they're not going to be playing for the Leafs. Maybe, I don't know if a lot of people would not care as much because it's with the Islanders, but I think maybe if it's a true hockey fan, they would enjoy it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if they're representing Hamilton right now. A team, Hamilton actually has a team. But you know what's another interesting thing? I would never assume that an American team would move back to Canada. I just thought hockey-wise, I thought everything was just going to move out.
No, you know why? It's because Bettman's not the commissioner of the AHL. That's why.
I guess we could end it off with that.
Yeah, maybe
It's a
with
pretty
that.
good way.
Take notes, Bettman.
Yeah, take notes, man. Trust me. It'll work. It'll work in Hamilton.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, imagine. Oh, you know what? Just before, why are we trying to end it? But if it doesn't go well in Hamilton, does that? Is this a good experiment to say that maybe an NHL team would not work?
It's like two different things. I think if you bring an NHL team, like imagine if an NHL team went back to Quebec
No, let's just say
City.
they went to Hamilton. I'm just saying.
Oh, like an NHL team in
Yeah.
Hamilton. Oh, I 100%.
I think
do
100% it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just giving somebody
There's just
another
too many fans, man.
just a reason not to cheer for the Leafs.
Yeah.
You'll sell out just
Oh,
based off that.
Oh, I think a lot of Leaf fans would just be tossing
Jump
up
ship.
their-
Well,
yeah,
that's
the
what
jump ship.
happened, right? Remember in Markham, they were about to have a team.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had a stadium,
Yeah, yeah.
site, everything. They're like, hey, we're gonna put another team,
Yeah.
and then and then the Leafs are like, no, it's too close.
But I think in Hamilton this AHL team should work.
It's
Hopefully
so-
it's a long-term home. And hopefully that's an experiment or analytics or whatever.
Mhm.
Whoever wants to see it, if it does really well, then maybe they could talk about bringing more teams in Canada. It could be AHL,
Well,
it could be the NHL.
Toronto should get 2 teams, man. Like New York
Dude,
has
New York man has
2 teams,
Yeah.
and I'm saying
Yeah.
they're not even that big of a market compared to like Toronto.
Yeah.
And
No, I mean New York is a big market.
no,
though.
New York's a big market, but I mean like it's
They got the people too, man. They got a lot.
even
of people.
us. Toronto, you're acting like Toronto's that much smaller than New York.
It's tiny.
It's
Toronto is
no,
Hold
but
on,
no,
you wanna
no,
look
no,
at-
no,
you
no,
wanna
but
look at
no. Here's I'm
Yeah.
talking about hockey markets. Hockey markets. Toronto's the biggest market.
No, of course.
But that's what I mean.
But I think
New York's
I
big,
I
but-
think with the NHL, they look at more of fans who are not watching the game right now, who we could turn into a fan.
I don't know.
I think there's more people in New York than there are. In
You
Toronto.
know. NASCAR did this where they started moving a lot of like NASCAR is really big in the South, right?
Mhm.
And they started moving races away from the South. They started putting them in like weird, like close to big cities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like the golden age of NASCAR was like in the 2000s, right? When you had like I'm just
Yeah, go on,
reminiscing
go on.
because Bush died. Like he
Yes.
passed away this
Yeah,
weekend,
rest in
right?
peace, yeah.
Yeah. So that was like the golden age of NASCAR, and they started moving races away from like their core market.
Yeah.
And what did the core market do? They started following other things. They went to like college football. They started like
Mm.
college football is always big, but they started finding other things. And now NASCAR is not nowhere as big as it
used
was.
to be, yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, sure, you're trying to attract other markets, but don't discredit your
I understand,
core.
but you can't say that New York in general is not a hockey market. It is a
Oh,
very,
no, I'm not saying that.
The reason why it doesn't seem like it's loud is
It's 'cause there's
the
so much other
success-
things.
No, the success has not been there for a long time either.
even New York too. Like it's like they have a football team.
No, but they have a
football.
massive. No, they have a massive Rangers following.
No, I'm
man.
not saying that.
It's
but
not-
what I'm saying,
Even Long Island, bro. You've seen.
no, but I'm saying like if you're comparing like markets, Toronto's nobody can say that Toronto's
No,
not
no,
the big.
Of course, Toronto and Montreal are a different level.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that. I don't think New York is that far behind. I just think the Rangers have not just found true success since the 90s. Of course, they made the
Mhm.
finals in 2010, 11. That was a great team that they had with Martin St. Louis.
But what I'm
But
saying,
I think if they found that success again,
Yeah.
like if they won a cup again, I think they would.
so like
definitely find it.
here's like the way I see it, right? Like hockey markets, you're talking about like in Montreal, your Toronto's like they're because regardless the team's doing well, they're not doing well, they're gonna sell out.
Yeah.
I feel like with the Rangers, them doing well and not if they're gonna lose so much interest over the next couple of years, 100%. That's like my hot take. I think
that's a hot take.
that's
All
my
right,
hot take.
I'm
I
curious
honestly
to see that.
I'm
but-
honestly, if they don't do well, I think New York's like a city like that where if it's not like the
So
Knicks.
you think it's just the interest gonna move over to the Knicks or the Giants?
Yes,
or
especially
something?
because they're doing so well. Especially
Yeah.
Giants, they have such a young team too, and like
Yeah.
they got a young quarterback. So I feel like your interest is gonna kind of shift, right? And especially hockey being like the smallest of the big four.
But honestly,
especially-
the numbers are not saying that right now. ESPN numbers came out as well for the playoffs.
Well,
Of course, the big reason is because the Montreal Canadiens are this far and the Buffalo Sabres were in the
Mhm.
playoffs. I think that the numbers went up like 75% viewership
mhm.
on ESPN. It made a big difference. But I think if you add in your Rangers in there as well, I think you bring a lot of.
But
viewership
see,
as
that's
well.
the thing. I think the Rangers are gonna actually not do well next. I think they're like they have to
Of
go
course,
full rebuild.
they want to retool. We still don't know what the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, this is off-season talk. We will definitely have this later
Yeah,
on
yeah.
because Rangers is a lot of questionable stuff. But I just think with this Hamilton thing, I think it will work out, and hopefully this isn't just to
To
end
step
it
in the
off.
right direction.
I think.
But yeah, that's what I was
think-
saying.
I think
Back
all
to
the
back
leagues
to
need to look at
everything.
it. Yeah.
Back to everything. I think Toronto easily could, and I think it'll be better not only for the Leafs. Like the Leafs are worried about, oh, you're gonna lose revenue. I think it gives you even more revenue.
They don't want to give up anything, dude. When you have a monopoly
Yeah.
over our entire province,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna give it up.
Well, I think honestly, I think it'll do so much better for the team because think about it like this: you put them in the same division, you build a in-city rivalry.
Yeah, but
Right?
the money's only coming to them if they're playing home.
No, but think
Right
about
now
like
they own all the rights for
no,
Ontario,
that's true
man.
too. But it's
crazy.
not gonna really affect them too. You're gonna bring more people because people are gonna be
they're already
like that casual fan. I feel you're gonna be like, oh, I want to go watch, like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to go.
But if you're making money, let's just say you're typically making money. Why do you want competition for yourself?
Like, because sometimes not all competition is bad.
No. But we're looking at it as a fan's point of view. I'm telling you from owner's point of view.
Yep.
If I'm making X amount of money, and then you're saying, hey, you could make twice as much, but then you're gonna have to be more competitive. Be like, no, I don't want to be competitive. I'm happy making this much money. I think that's where the MLSE thing, right? Is right now.
Well, that's the thing too, right? Like you're going that
Buffalo Sabres. Think about this. It's not even just fine. Toronto Maple Leafs, let's just say they say yes. You got the Buffalo Sabres across the border. A lot of Canadian fans go over there. If Hamilton got a team, it really takes away a lot of the fans that go across the border. They lose a lot. And we notice this in the playoffs especially.
Yeah.
So I think that hurts their market a lot. So I think that's kind of the reason why they want to throw a team here. The Markham thing made sense at that time because I still think it's a little further away from Buffalo. So you have all the fans from St. Catharines.
Well, it'll be
those fans will still be crossing over.
Even like you're looking at like city center hubs. Like, I know we're going like completely different topic, but it's so interesting because
it is interesting.
Because I'm like, oh, like, I always wanted like another team, right? Just it makes it more diverse too, right? You're looking at it like in terms of cities, like Hamilton's there, but for an NHL city, I think that's like the biggest city you have because you got Kingston, and then after Kingston, it's Ottawa. There's not really any big population hub.
But I think Markham would be perfect.
It's outside the city, but it's not so far where you would.
It's kind of like how Long Island is.
That's exactly what it is.
Adding it there. Definitely not add it in the east end of Toronto. It's a little grimy for me.
What's the east end? Like Scarborough?
Yeah. Scarborough.
Oh, no, you got to go like
area. Like hell no.
No, Markham's
But
nice.
I think if you keep it like central, you keep it on the Young Street. If you keep it on the Young
give
line,
Brampton a team.
Hell yeah.
Come west.
Because it definitely works out in Hamilton. But I think Markham is perfect. It's like in that perfect spot. Sweet spot where you have all the suburbs, all the teams, all the people could actually meet up instead of going downtown.
So,
and it connects the lines. All the train lines run straight downtown from there.
Well, it's just go right.
Yeah, whatever.
It'll be the subway rivalry.
Yeah, subway. Yeah.
The go rivalry.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
But what's it called? When they do an expansion team, all the GMs and ownership has to approve, right?
Yes.
Oh, it sucks. It's never gonna happen then.
Yeah. But hey, listen.
You got three teams. You got 3 teams. You got Buffalo, Ottawa won't approve, and Toronto.
No, I think how it works is like it's supposed to be like a 5-hour radius. There's a certain radius. I don't remember exactly how many kilometers away it is before it affects a team. I think Ottawa is still further away from that line. I think it's affecting more with Toronto and Buffalo.
Well, even Belleville, right? Like Belleville's their OHL team or whatever, or their AHL team. It'll affect them 100%.
No, it's too far.
You think Belleville's only like 2 hours away?
No, it's too far.
It's just outside of.
I don't think it would affect.
Really?
No, I don't think so. If you put a team in Markham, I don't think.
I think it would kill like.
I think what it would affect is the Barrie Colts.
Oh, okay. No, that's true too.
It would affect.
But OHL, like honestly, like
no, because Barrie Colts, I think is the only. No, actually, I wouldn't say that. Oshawa has a team too, and they have old fans there as well. Peterborough, same thing, but Barrie is like considered a bigger
Pete's
city
too, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with the Pete's.
Peterborough.
But I think when it's a big city, typically teams don't work out. I think just with Barrie, they're a little further away from Toronto, so it does work out. But if you add a team in Markham, an NHL team, then they could be questionable for Barrie.
You know, like the thing that's.
I mean, we're just going on some
random tangent. No, but I'm saying
I'm saying like we're going.
The biggest thing that's like untapped, I think, is minor hockey. Imagine if like just like imagine if like there's when playoffs come around, there's so many Leafs fans, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if these Leafs fans, all of them, just went to like a.
But they're not hockey fans. They're Leaf fans.
Yeah,
it's a difference. You know, because we're hockey fans. If you just
I'll go watch a beer league game.
Dude, I've done it on a Friday night. Just going watching an under 16 game. I'm like, whatever. It's just
but like, there's this huge like, and if you like actually dig into it and kind of like go in and understand it, not even understand, just go try it. I feel like there's this huge.
You saw the Kitchener Rangers game, that fight.
Yeah,
that happened.
Yeah,
that has to be one of the best fights I've
ever seen.
No, I wouldn't say best ever. I would say the last few years.
Yo, like I didn't know they were gonna stop.
Dude, that's a good old old school hockey that I like, you know. And now you're seeing. I'm going back to the NHL, but I hate these guys who just keep their gloves on. They start punching. Like, buddy, just drop your gloves.
I think it's and even like the visor thing. Like you said, clip off visors, man.
Yeah, clip off visors. That's it. It comes off. You drop your gloves. You fight.
That's it.
And referees should not come in the way if these guys are doing this.
I'm telling you, next thing that's gonna happen is like they're gonna have to go to the penalty box, grab pillows. Gonna be pillow fights. That's what to be safe. No, but yeah, there's this huge untapped market. We're like
I know. We're going back in circles.
This AHL team. We're talking about expansion, and then honestly, like
next thing you know, we're gonna be talking about hockey in Spain or something. I don't know, man.
No, man. but yeah, honestly, like I think it's good, especially for like people who actually like watching hockey just to watch hockey. Yeah, I think it's good.
No, Hamilton's gonna be fun, man. Hopefully they do well, and it gives good statistics for the future.
I don't know what's in the area too. Hopefully, like I haven't been down there yet or anything like that, but hopefully it's like really in a nice area where they have like like a couple like bars or something, so you can kind of make a night out of it, right?
No, Hamilton's definitely been changing, man. Yeah, they've been spending a lot of money on their infrastructure. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. We'll definitely check it out next year.